sleeping with the enemy, and her name is self. Gotta kill the past and put the hoe up on the shelf, never to be seen again, and I know it's hard. Divorcing her is gonna be my favorite part, but the movie's still going, the most our wisdom flowing. Had to be watched with the word, my inner parts are snowing. Israelite computers, you're like we decoding. I'm used to catching shade, but now I'm glowing. Sin used to rain. Yeah, I must be born again. Yeah, sleeping with
I'm a
the
king now,
enemy.
I'm a king now. I ain't never ever tryna be a nigga again. I had to give up some friends, I had to give up my sins. Got in the word and now my spirit is cleansed. Read Deuteronomy, my spirit bear witness. John 6:63, it's the spirit that quickened it. Cleanse with the water, no aquarium. Gotta keep these laws cause I'm fearing them. I had to REPENT to get some RESPECT from above. I know the definition of love. 1 John 5:3, St. John 14 and 15. Man, the flesh doesn't profit, but the Most High is working and He brought back all the prophets. I do precept and precept and line on line. Cursing the city, my people look down. This cursing.
I need a the good thing. Ain't no heathen customs, ain't no wedding rings. A woman like unto his mind, who's likened unto gold, cause it's hard to find. In righteousness, walk in the same path. Here's from the beginning, you can do the math. Marriage is better than sinning. Nation is done right, proving a friend first. Giving the water no passage, or you become cursed. This ain't your Christian church.
Wait a minute, what you say?
This ain't your Christian church. You better seek that verse, or end up with something worse. I need a is important. I don't wanna burn because of my lust and urges. I would rather learn about the laws we indulge in, how to bring your beauty to the surface, not control it. You're my lucky seven, and like dice as we be rolling. Met before the truth, but seem no different in a moment. Pray we are together, walk through kingdom gates when open. You can choose the colors of the mansion, we'll be on it. Shalom in the morning. I say we are His chosen. I said we are His chosen. I need a stand strong when it's time to endure. And you can ask me anything, and I promise I won't ignore. See, I got 99 proverbs, but you seem as 31. Just acknowledge I'm your head, and we can keep it going. My pillar of rest, not no demon acting woman. It's more than head wraps, can't let lust overtake us. And trust me, I'll wait. You ain't heard about my father Jacob, a man who sacrificed so much time, so much years. Attire always
modest, I love some dressing on my ribs. So let's stick to the counsel that God brought to our ears. We'll become age together and multiply with kids.
I need a wife. I need a wife. I'm gonna prove it. I'm gonna prove it. I'm gonna prove it. I need a wife. I need a wife. I need a wife. I'm gonna prove it. I'm gonna prove it. I'm gonna prove it. Shalom, shalom. Welcome here on the Natives Hour. We are the men of Israel, with Israel united in Christ. Coming on here on the Natives Hour to teach you so-called Hispanics and Native American Indians that you are God's chosen people. All right? So to my left, I have Brother Ephraim. What tribe are you from, brother? Ephraim? To my right?
Brother left.
What tribe are you from, Elias?
Ephraim.
Okay, so we got two Ephraimites on the show tonight. All praises. To my far right,
Soldier Pachiel.
what tribe are you from?
Tribe of Asher.
This brother Northern Kingdom.
You can't even tell. Look at the blessing.
All praises.
Native
Like the Most High say, Ephraim is a speckled bird. All praises to the Most High. I'm Officer Gad from the tribe of Gad. All right?
That's right.
So before we get into it, we're going to start off with a video. The topic of today's class is Puerto Rico, 51st state or common day slaves? We're going to let you put out the answer. Go ahead. Turn it up. Turn it up.
Hola, mi gente. I'm Adam Levine Perez, aka Project Bronx, and I'm here with La Respuesta magazine at the Afro Latino Festival, asking folks what it means to be black and Boricua. Andre, is what's one way that Boricuas celebrate our Africanness?
I think there's many ways that we celebrate the African legacy that is in our culture and identity. But the one that I would like to talk about and emphasize is the one that's near and dear to me, which is our music. Knowing about salsa music, it's so easy to understand the African influence and identity, for so many reasons. The drum, the call and response that exists in the Goro and salsa music. A lot of songs, deal with, African themes, talking about the orishas, Yemaya or Batala. And, it's just super evident in our music.
One type of music is that we surely in Puerto Rico we have the bomba, which is Afro-Puerto Rican song, music, and dance. For me, the people that do embrace it, people that I know, it's obviously in our food, it's in our music, it's in our rhythm, it's in our spirituality.
We have recently decided that we want to wear our natural hair. And I think that is one way of celebrating our blackness and saying, you know what, we no longer want to process our hair, we want to be who we are.
For me, growing up, I never really saw the separation between being Latina and being black. It was always one thing for me.
It's in our music, it's in our food. So that is, for me, a way that we celebrate it. Whether the question is, do some of us recognize it or not?
We kind of need to become more aware of it, that, we do have African roots.
All right, you can stop the rest. Stop right. So, we got so-called Puerto Ricans celebrating their quote-unquote blackness. So, hold on, wait a minute. So, you telling me that the so-called Puerto Ricans, they got black in their blood?
That's right.
They got African in their blood?
Yes.
Yes.
They got Israelite in their blood.
Israel in their blood.
That's
So,
right.
here on the Natives Hour, we're going to let you so-called Hispanics know that you ain't Puerto Rican.
You black.
Right, you ain't even black. You ain't a rich port. That's not who you are. You are from the tribe of Ephraim, from the 12 tribes of Israel.
That's right.
That's who you are according to the Bible. Read that.
Book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 1 and verse 27. But God has chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise.
Read on.
And God hath chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things.
So the Most I say He chose the foolish things of the world to confound the wise, because the so-called wise say that you ain't nothing but Puerto Rican. The so-called wise say the Taino Indians is deceased. They have been wiped off the face of the earth. Scholars of the world. Right, the scholars of the world say you are a rich port. Read it again.
But God hath chosen the foolish things of the world.
We are the foolish things of the world in their eyes. The Most High has chosen us. Read on.
To confound the wise.
And
God hath chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty.
Come on.
And base things of the world. And the things which are despised.
Things which are despised. We are despised as a people.
Right.
We are despised as a nation of people. Nobody likes us. But you know what's crazy? They want to be like us, but they don't want the struggle that come behind being like us.
They dress like
we dress. Culture. They want the culture.
Yeah.
But actually, we doing their culture. We just doing it better than them.
That's right.
That's really what it is.
Right.
So the Most I say, He chose the base things of the world and the things which are despised. We don't.
And base things of the world and the things which are despised have God chosen.
Have what?
Hath God chosen.
Read on.
Yea, and things which are not. To bring to naught things that are.
So here on there, we letting you know that you ain't Puerto Rican. You ain't Native American Indian.
Right.
You ain't Seminole Indian. Right. You ain't Mexican. You are from the 12 tribes of Israel.
Yeah, savages too.
You ain't savages. You are from the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel.
That's right.
Here's Romans 11. Romans 11, chapter 11 and 1. Read that.
Book of Romans, chapter 11 and verse 1. I say then, hath God cast away his people?
Because they say nobody knows who the 10 tribes are or the 9 tribes. Nobody knows. They're lost. They're gone. Nobody knows who they are. That's what I was told. That's what I was told too. Nobody knows. Everybody's Judah.
We're all mixed.
We're all mixed. We can't pinpoint anybody.
It don't even matter anymore.
Right. It don't matter no more. Why you worried about that? It don't matter. God loves everybody now. Read that again.
Romans chapter 11 and verse 1. I say then, hath God cast away his people?
This is Paul talking. He said, did God cast away his people?
God forbid. For I also am an Israelite of the seed of Abraham, of the tribe of Benjamin.
So Paul say, no, God ain't cast away his people. They still here today. But the only thing is they don't know who they are. That's why on the Nailers Hour, we going to teach the so-called Hispanics and Native American Indians that they are from the 12 tribes of Israel.
That's right.
Read on.
God hath not cast away his people, which he foreknew.
There we go. Which he foreknew, past tense. Who did God know in the past?
Israel.
Israel, that's it. That's it. The Most High only dealt with the 12 tribes of Israel. And you so-called Puerto Ricans, you are from the 12 tribes of Israel.
That's right.
That's who you are, according to the Bible. Get Jeremiah 31. Jeremiah 31. What we're bringing out is very important for you so-called Puerto Ricans, Native American Indians. Because this Bible is your history. This Bible is your history book. So here on the Natives Hour, we're going to let you know the truth. And the truth going to set you free. Read that.
That's right. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 31 and verse 35.
Come on.
Thus saith the Lord, which hath given the sun for a light by day, and the ordinance of the moons by night.
So the Most High created the sun and the moon for light. Read on.
And of the stars for a light by night.
So you got the sun, moon, and the stars. Read.
Which divideth the sea when the waves thereof roar.
Read.
The Lord of hosts is his name. If those ordinances.
If those ordinances, you got the sun, the moon, and the stars. If those ordinances
depart from before me.
If you wake, I was gonna say you wake up, but you wouldn't be able to wake up. You're gonna wake up to nothing. You're gonna wake up to death.
Right.
If those ordinances depart, just mysteriously just disappear. Read on.
Those ordinances depart from before me, saith the Lord.
Read on.
Then the seed of Israel also shall cease from being a nation.
So guess what, brothers and sisters? The Israelites are still here.
That's right.
Because the sun is here, the moon is here, and the stars is here.
Yeah.
Say it's all here.
It's all here. So don't let nobody tell y'all that the northern kingdom
Israelites are no more.
Right. The northern kingdom, the 10 tribes have been disintegrated.
Yep.
Don't let nobody tell you
That it don't matter anymore.
Right. It don't matter. It don't matter who's Israelites anymore. But God says that as long as the sun and the moon is here, they gonna still be a nation. But the only thing is that nation of people fell because of disobedience, and now they call themselves Puerto Rican. Now they call themselves Native American. Now they call themselves Mexican. Got something?
I got one here.
Go ahead.
Go to Malachi 3 and 6. Because some of you out there think that the Most High changed from the Old Testament unto the New.
Bring it up.
That it don't matter anymore. Even though we read it in the Old Testament,
Right.
that it just don't matter anymore, right? Let's get it.
That's the Old Testament.
Yeah, it's Old Testament. It just doesn't matter anymore.
Bring it up.
But it's still in the book for some reason.
Right.
Malachi chapter 3 and verse 6. For I am the Lord, I change not.
He what?
I change not.
He doesn't change. He says it right there. He ain't changed not. So that means what we read in Isaiah or Jeremiah.
Bring it out.
What we read in Jeremiah stands today.
Still stands today.
To this very day.
What we read in Romans still stands
still
today.
stands today. But from the beginning of the book to the end of the book, it still stands. It doesn't change.
If the Most High changed, then that means that Ephraim is still here today.
Right.
Mm.
So that means we got to identify who they are so they can know to repent and come back to the nationality.
And not just Ephraim, but the rest of the tribes too.
All of them. All praise. You going to say something, Les?
Nah.
All praise. All right, get Isaiah 49 and 5. Patrick, I want you to read. Get Isaiah chapter 49 and verse 5. Here on the Neighbors Hour, we let you so-called Puerto Ricans know that you are from the tribe of Ephraim.
That's right.
That's who you are according to the Bible. You're not Puerto Ricans, man. You're not a rich port. How you a rich port in Puerto Rico is in debt?
Right. So how are you supposed to trace your bloodline, your lineage, to a rich port? Doesn't the bloodline come from a human being?
That don't make no sense.
Right.
You come from a rich port, but you in debt.
Mm.
You in debt to America.
Hold on,
And now you want to be a part of America.
Wait a minute. What port are you from?
Right.
It ain't rich. Whichever one it is, it ain't rich.
Hey, they from the Newports.
Right.
That's what they doing. They smoking Newports. That's what's wrong with them. Go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 49 verse 5.
Come on.
And now said the Lord, that formed me from the womb to be his servant.
To be his what?
To be his servant.
Read on.
To bring Jacob again to him.
That's our job. Our job here on the Natives Hour is to bring Jacob back to the Most High.
Right.
And Ephraim, you are a part of Jacob. That's right. Because you are part of the 12 tribes of Israel.
That's right.
Read.
Though Israel be not gathered, yet shall I be glorious in their eyes.
The Most High say, though they not gathered together, because we separate right now. We don't even know who we are. We see a so-called black man and a so-called Hispanic, and they hate each other.
Absolutely right.
They hate each other because they don't see each other. They don't see themselves in each other.
They don't see each other as brothers.
Right.
Just because one's lighter skinned than the other one.
But yet we live in the same ghetto, same slums,
Right
same
across
prison
the street.
system. We overpopulate
Bring
all
it
these
out.
places.
Bring it out.
The same island.
The same. Hey, we just looked at a video where there was so-called black sisters on there that was saying, "My country."
Yeah, right.
Meaning what? They from Puerto Rico.
That's right.
Right.
So you know what the media does, right? They try to show all Puerto Ricans as light skinned, as a separation.
That's right. And if you go on in this video, the sister said they try to portray them with 3 races. Then what she said? She said Spaniards,
African American.
yeah, white, Taino is last. They try to erase the Taino. Right. They try to erase their African roots. Read on. What verse you at?
Verse 5.
Go ahead.
Yet shall I be glorious in their eyes of the Lord.
Read on.
And my God shall be my strength. And he said, it is a light thing that thou shalt be my servant.
It is a light thing. Read on.
To raise up the tribes of Jacob.
That's our job. Right. Our job is to raise up the 12 tribes of Israel. And here on the Natives Hour, that's what we're going to do.
That's right.
With the Spirit, through the Spirit of Most High Christ, we're going to teach you so-called Hispanics,
and you so-called Native American Indians, that you ain't what they calling you. Nope. You ain't niggas and redskins and Hispanics and spits. That's not who you are. You are from the 12 tribes of Israel. Get Psalms 44. You gonna say something?
I was gonna say no wetbacks in here.
Ain't no wetbacks in the kingdom.
Nope.
Straight up. Psalms 44 and 14.
Psalms chapter 44, verse 14. Thou makest us a byword among the heathen.
Read it again.
Thou makest us a byword among the heathen.
So if the Israelites will become a byword among the heathen, what nation on the earth is calling themselves after something that they was given in slavery? No other nation. Right. But the Bible said that the Israelites will become a byword amongst the heathen. So there's a nation of people that's been captive by another nation of people, call themselves by that nation nationality.
Right. Puerto Ricans named themselves after a parking space. You park your boat at a port. So you name yourself after a parking space.
A parking space, bro.
Yeah. Or to be called Hispanic, that's actually a cultural heritage. That has nothing to do with your bloodline.
Right. Because if we say, well, you from Spain? No. So why you call yourself Hispanic? You're not from Spain. That's because the Mosai say he has made with us a byword amongst the heathen for our disobedience. Right. Let's get the article. Get the article. Is that the first article that I want? Yeah, I believe that's it. Scroll down. Oh, no, sorry. Go back. We're going to read the title. Group says FBI COINTELPRO active against Puerto Rico independence movement. The reason why we put this is because what we're going over is Puerto Rico, 51st state of common day slaves. So we're going to go into the history of America, how they treat the so-called Puerto Ricans who are from the tribe of Ephraim. Bring it down. So we're going to let you know a little something. Scroll down. Oh, I'm sorry. Scroll back up. We're just going to read this one. Leaders in the Puerto Rican community in Chicago are charging that the FBI, where's the FBI, brothers?
United States. Yeah, United
States. What?
United States.
The United States. We're going to read it. Leaders in the Puerto Rican community in Chicago are charging that the FBI is trying to undermine the popular movement for an independent Puerto Rico, citing the Bureau's accusations of terrorism against University of Puerto Rico professor Jose Solis.
That's right.
Solis. Right. Okay, scroll down. We're going to get right to the point. Scroll down. You're going to get down to, scroll down. Yep, right there. Scroll back up. Right there. Right there. That's perfect. According to an unclassified 1960 memorandum by then FBI Director J. Edgar Hoover. That name sounds so familiar. J. Edgar Hoover.
Who actually? J. Edgar.
Right, J. Edgar. Yeah. Edgar Hoover. COINTELPRO's #2 target. Because you know the number one target was. Yeah. Was the Black Panther. It was Judah. Right. The number one target was Judah, was so-called American blacks.
Right.
COINTELPRO #2 target was the Puerto Rican independence movement.
Right.
The so-called Puerto Ricans, you were #2 on America's hit list. The Young Lords, you was #2 on America's hit list. So you had Judah #1, and then you had Ephraim #2. Well, if they don't know we're the Israelites, they know who we are.
I wonder if the KKK is on that list.
Nah, they know that. They know that. As long as the KKK is saying they hate niggas, oh yeah, we down for that. Just don't go around burning crosses.
Right. You gotta ask yourself, why are they trying so hard to hide the information that we are the Israelites?
They're doing it for a reason.
Yeah.
They don't want us to wake up and realize that we're the greatest people on the earth. Because once we come together and hey, we was talking about something today, right? Remember we was talking about the Most High is bringing out the true prophets in the last days, right?
Yes, sir.
Because before we did marching, we did civil rights protests, even in Puerto Rico, you know what I'm saying? Even in Mexico, even in South America, we protested and marched We done tried every religion in the book.
Trying to play by their rules.
We done played by their rules for so long. We done tried games.
We try assimilating.
We done tried assimilating. We done tried everything. Why don't we try the truth of this Bible?
God's way.
God's way, because we have not tried that. So that's why the Most High has woken up, his true servants and told him, go out and bring Jacob back to me.
Right.
Because we have tried everything but these laws in Christ.
That's right.
That's the only thing we didn't try. Watch this. Chicago happens to have been the scene of some of the worst violence in the 1960s, and it's still the worst violence today. So nothing changed. Ain't nothing changed in Chicago since the 1960s.
Oh, Chirac.
Chirac.
Reason, yeah.
Ain't nothing changed. In December 1969, the FBI and the Chicago police carried out a late-night armed attack against the local headquarters of the Black Panthers. A Marxist Afro-American revolutionary organization. This quasi-military operation resulted in the death of Panther leader Freddie Hampton. Why? Scroll back up to the top, please. Scroll back up to the top. Watch this. Scroll back up to the top. What is this article about?
Puerto Rico.
So why are they talking about Judah? Why are they talking about the Black Panthers? Because we're the same people.
That's right.
They know it.
That's right.
They know. They compared the so-called Puerto Rican movement to the Black Panthers. Right? But they're the same people. They're the same people. They was conquered by the same people. Can we get that, please? Can we get that, please? Judah and Ephraim. Judah and Ephraim was conquered by the same exact people.
Sure.
The process
continues. Jeremiah.
The cycle continues until we wake up and realize who we are. We must come together. Read.
Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 33. Mm-hmm. Thus said the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel, and the children of
Ephraim on down. Read on.
And the children of Judah,
which is the so-called American blacks, Haitians, and the West Indies. Read on.
Were oppressed together.
God said we was oppressed together. So even though we was separated, God said we were still oppressed together. And that's crazy. Even though we were separated in language, in skin tone, in religions, in hoods, the Most I say, even though y'all separated, y'all gonna be oppressed together. Read on.
I was just say we go through all the same things that gang violence, not being able to maintain jobs, our families getting taken away from us, all these different things that we go through, and we don't even realize that we look across the block and they're going through the same thing. But we don't put the pieces together. You know what I mean?
And you know why? Because they don't want us to know. Because if you got the greatest people in the earth, realize they're the greatest, and then come back to being one nation of great people, right? Ain't nothing they can do. They can't get us with religion. They can't get us with drugs. They can't get us with accusations of violence and crime. They can't do none of that. They can't send a white woman in there and convince them. They can't do none of that.
And you know what? The only thing that can change their mind state, our people's mind state, is the Bible. That's the only thing.
That's the only thing. That's what God's words is the only way that we're going to change. You going to say something, Pastor? You going to say something?
Yeah, you want to stay on the verse? Deuteronomy 20:16. He's bringing out the how Israel and Judah are both oppressed together. These are examples here. Deuteronomy chapter 28. There you go. Deuteronomy 28, verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city. So when you look around and whether you're looking at Texas, the ghettos of Detroit, Chicago, New York, California, matter of fact, you can go into Central America to the craziest hoods of Honduras, Brazil. Who do you see oppressed in the city? We all know that so-called blacks and Spanish. Read. And cursed shalt thou be in the field. Cursed in the fields, right? 1492, when the so-called when the Spaniards, the Caucasians, came over, who are from the lineage of Esau, according to the Bible, right? They came over and put the Tainos, or today known as Puerto Ricans, right? They put them in slavery, raped, robbed, and murdered, and pillaged all their belongings. Read. Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store, All right, so that was it. Verse 16
So
says,
you know what's crazy though?
yeah, bring it.
Because everything that the Most High said we would go through, right? What nation of people did that to us?
Esau was the Caucasian.
Esau was Caucasian. The Spaniards and the Europeans, they all the same.
Esau.
So why is Puerto Rico trying to join with the same people that took everything they had?
Right.
Why they trying to become a 51st state
Right.
of slavery?
Can I get a scripture?
Go ahead.
We get Proverbs chapter 6, verse 27. Because something that you just said is key. Why are they trying to join with the same people that killed them, robbed them, did every negative thing that you can think of? Read that. Proverbs chapter 6 and verse 27. Can a man take fire in his bosom and his clothes not be burned? Can you mess around with Esau, the same people that oppress you, and not get oppressed back?
Hold on. You gotta read that again. You gotta read that scripture again, brother. Read that scripture again. Dang.
Proverbs chapter 6 and verse 27. Woo! Can a man take fire in his bosom and his clothes not be burned?
So hold on. You know I gotta say some of this.
Go ahead.
So the Most High say you trusted a coal of fire like it ain't gonna burn you. You trusted this nation of people like they're not gonna turn on you like they did in the past.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Verse, continue, read. Verse 28. Can one go up upon hot coals and his feet not be burned? So the Most High is asking a question. Can you mess around with Esau, Idumea, Edom, and not get affliction back coming right back at you?
Right.
The same people that oppress you. You cannot get help from them.
So you want to know why? You want to know why people don't know?
Why?
Go to Hosea 4 and 6.
That's right.
Because
the Most High. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Because our people today, they don't understand. They don't understand that even though these people have been destroying us our entire lives, destroying our history, our past, our culture, everything that we ever knew about each other,
our families,
just destroying them, taking them away, like the so-called Native Indians, and changing their mind state, making them more like them. And there's a reason why we don't know who we are today.
That's right.
But read that.
Hosea chapter 4 verse 6. My people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge.
So the Most High's people, the 12 tribes of Israel, are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Read.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge.
Because you has rejected this Bible. This Bible is the knowledge that all of you should be receiving and understanding. This is what keeps you out of danger. This is what keeps you out of harm's way. Right? Romans 6:23, for the wages of sin is death. This is what keeps you out of the way of death, is by keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments. Read.
I will also reject thee.
How does he reject us? How does God reject us today? By letting us live in the slums, in the hoods, in the ghettos. By having us kill each other. By having our oppressors rule over us and letting us get destroyed, not know our nationality, not know our heritage, our true culture. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, read that again.
Hosea chapter 4 verse 6. My people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge.
That's a perfect point. God's people. You see, he says, my people are destroyed.
Not everybody.
Specific. What nation of people out there as a nation is destroyed?
The Israelites.
The Israelites. The so-called blacks, Hispanics, and American Indians.
Right. That's right.
But, hey, I'm going to put some real quick. Get Hosea chapter 8, verse 8, please.
Hosea chapter 8, verse 8.
We're going to see who destroyed. Read that.
Israel is swallowed up.
Israel is what?
Swallowed up.
You so-called Puerto Ricans, God said you swallowed up. Read on.
Now shall they be among the Gentiles.
Now you're going to dwell amongst the heathens.
Right.
Now you're going to dwell amongst the heathens because like we read in Hosea, we destroy for lack of knowledge.
Now you're going to want to become a state.
Now you want to be a part of a nation of people that rape, robbed, and murdered
your
ancestors.
They hate your guts. They hate you.
They hate the toilet you sit on. They hate everything.
Only reason they want you to become a state is so that they can plant their fancy little hotel on your front yard and move you out more into the mountains.
How do tourists tour Puerto Rico and live better than people that live there? How? That's because your oppressors hate you. That's the fact. That's the facts. And here on the Natives Hour, we're going to let you know, you so-called Puerto Ricans. Yes, we talking to you. Right? You so-called Puerto Ricans You are now Puerto Rican.
That's right.
You are God's chosen people.
Bring it up.
And it's our time to wake up out of sleep, or you will be destroyed. You try to join this nation of people, this so-called white man that raped, robbed, and murders your people, you're going to face the same fate that your ancestors did. The same exact fate. All right? Y'all got something? All right, put the article. Go to the next article. Yeah, roll down. Scroll down. Blow it up, please. Because recently Puerto Rico voted, not that much, Puerto Rico voted to become a 51st state of America.
I think this is like the third time they're trying to do that. They've been denied already. They're trying to do it again.
So what makes you think that America is going to let you join them scot-free? It's not going to happen.
We can't even declare bankruptcy.
Right. Dang. That's crazy. That's sad right there. That's sad. Let's read it. Puerto Ricans, go to the title, please. Some Puerto Ricans vote for U.S. statehood. You see, they say some. Some, because not everybody voted. But some did vote. Some of them want to be slaves to America. All right, scroll down. Puerto Ricans who voted for U.S. statehood in a non-binding referendum Sunday are claiming our equal rights as American citizens. Listen, we want the same rights as boss. We want the same rights as you niggas over there in America.
Wait a minute. Believe it or not, a lot of the other so-called islands, the other so-called Hispanic islands, they don't see Puerto Rico as being poor. A lot of you don't see Puerto Rico and see them as that island and the citizens. You think just because the U.S. is on top of them living on the island that the island got it good.
We gonna do that. We gonna do that because a lot of people don't understand that Puerto Rico is dirt poor.
Dirt poor.
Dirt poor. They ain't mud cakes like Levi, but they dirt poor.
That's right.
You know what's crazy? Go ahead,
They're fighting to get the same rights as us, the blacks here, right? Not knowing that they already got the same rights. Because we don't got no rights here.
We ain't got no rights.
Right.
You understand what it means to fight for civil rights?
Wow.
You fight for something that's supposed to be automatically given to you once you're born in America.
Yep.
You fight for civil rights. That means you're not even a civilian. You're not a civilian in America. That's why we get shot down.
So
Go ahead.
give me Psalms 55 and 20. So what if we do get civil rights? What do you think is going to happen? You think things are going to change? You think it's going to be different? Let's find out what's going to happen because apparently we don't know history. The same Spaniard Caucasian, right? Let's see what they did. Break it up.
Psalms chapter 55, verse 20. He had put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him.
So we're fighting for equal rights. We want to be at peace with them. Didn't our forefathers do the same thing?
Right.
And what happened to them? They was put to death. They was raped, robbed, and murdered, stole. And what did they do? They stole their territory. Right? Read.
He had broken his covenant. The word of his mouth was smoother than butter.
So he broke his covenant. Meaning any promises, any equal rights, it'll just happen again. All they're going to do is they're going to continue to break covenants. What did it say about his words? Read it.
But his word was smoother than butter.
Okay, so you blacks and Hispanics, right? Jose, Tyrone. We think we got talking. We think we can. No, nobody has better. Nobody got the gift of gab better than your oppressor because he'll make you believe these things.
There we go. He can sell snow to an Eskimo.
That's right. He can sell sand to the beach.
He can sell sand to the beach.
Right.
God says his words are smoother than butter. So if that's the case, then you shouldn't believe a word that comes out of his mouth.
Right.
If he say peace, get that scripture in Thessalonians, where there's peace, there's scripture. When he says peace, suddenly destruction shall come. Yeah, get that. Because the so-called white man said that Ephraim, come on, y'all Puerto Ricos. Come on, y'all Puerto Ricos. Y'all come over here and be a 51st state, and we gonna treat you good. God says don't trust them. Read that.
That's right.
1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 3. For when they shall say peace.
When they say peace, you Puerto Ricos, we got you. Come on over and be a 51st state. We got you.
Right.
When they say peace
and safety.
and safety, you want safety? You want to be secure?
Right.
You want to be an American citizen?
Right. Butter coming out of your mouth.
Butter.
That's that butter.
That's that butter. You know.
Then sudden destruction.
You want schools? You want more jobs? You want better paying hourly jobs? You want benefits?
Mm.
You want to raise your kids in a profitable environment?
Yeah.
Become an American citizen.
Mm.
Read on.
Sudden destruction.
Suddenly, read.
Cometh upon them.
God says destruction cometh upon them. Read.
As a travail upon a woman with child.
God says eventually trouble gonna come.
That's right.
Because a woman with child, she gonna give birth eventually.
Right.
May take her 9 months, may take her 8 months. She gonna give birth. This white man is going to show his true color, which is red.
Right.
That's right.
That's what
Just like the
happened.
same devil they portray on the cartoons.
Right.
Red.
So we became a commonwealth in the late 1800s, right? So becoming a commonwealth, territory owned by America, signified that they would keep peace with us, right?
Bring it
The
out.
so-called Puerto Ricans.
Bring it out.
What is happening today in the island of Puerto Rico? Destruction and
Peace.
oppression.
Oppression. I mean, they are being oppressed. What you got?
Jeremiah 17:5.
Get that. Jeremiah 17, verse 5. Our people being oppressed. It's our time to wake out of sleep, you so-called Puerto Ricans.
Right.
You ain't Puerto Rican, man. You ain't no doggone rich port.
That's right.
You are from the nation of Israel, from the tribe of Ephraim.
That's right.
One of the mighty tribes of God.
Right.
Go ahead.
Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse 5. Thus saith the Lord, cursed be the man that trusteth in man.
So God said, cursed be the man. What curses? Deuteronomy 28.
Right.
That's for all the 12 tribes. Read it again.
Thus saith the Lord, cursed be the man that trusteth in man.
You cannot trust in a man. You cannot trust in a man to save you.
Right.
God said you will be cursed as a people. Look at the Puerto Ricans. Look at all of us. We're destroyed. Read.
And maketh flesh his arm.
You cannot make flesh, man, your strength. You have to rely on God.
You have to what?
Rely on God.
Ooh, you know what's crazy? I'm glad you said that. Because we've been taught God. We have been taught God, but not the true God.
That's right.
We've been taught the God of our oppressors.
That's
The
right.
God that said you could be Puerto Rican, you could be Mexican, you could be Native American.
Don't call yourself an Israelite.
Don't call yourself Israel. Don't speak your language.
Right.
Don't speak Hebrew.
Right.
Don't call yourself chosen of God.
Don't read your book.
Don't read your Bible. That's your history book. Don't read it.
Nope. Right.
Let me give the scripture real quick.
Go ahead.
Sirach 12 and 10. Because this is what God tells you about these people. That these people are aside from Christianity. Christianity says there is no enemies. Everyone's your friend, right?
Everybody's God's.
Everyone's God's people.
Right.
All right, read
This
this.
is the lack of knowledge you was talking about
This is the
earlier.
lack of knowledge that we don't have, but I'm gonna give you that
Go
knowledge.
ahead.
Well, not
Go
me,
ahead.
the Most High. Read.
That's right.
The book of Sirach, chapter 10, chapter 12 and verse 10.
Uh-huh.
Never.
What?
Never.
What?
Never.
Never do what?
Never trust thine enemy.
Never trust thine enemy. So the same people who raped, robbed, and murdered you, stole your island, kicked you off the island in the early 1900s, then about to kick you off the island again to take more land. He said, never trust thine enemies. Why? Keep reading. Let's see what happens.
Sirach, chapter 12, verse 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth.
So as iron rusteth, because first, when you find that you get that nice shiny car, that nice chain, right? It is pretty. It gleaming in the light,
But
right?
it's fake, man.
But it
But it's
fades.
fake. It's gonna turn your neck green.
And not as much toothpaste as you put on that to shine that chain, it ain't gonna turn. It's gonna turn back.
Right,
So you're
right.
trying to say that our people is trying to make Esau shiny as gold.
That's right.
Right.
They
They're trying to cover their lives with the toothpaste.
Yeah, with the toothpaste. Because we can't afford that real shiner, man. You know that. We need that toothpaste, you know. But let's finish that out real quick.
For like iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
So is his wickedness. Eventually, it's gonna show.
Eventually. Ain't
it's
no
gonna show.
shining you can do
Ain't no
that will
shining.
stop it from rusting.
Ain't no matter of toothpaste that you can put on that thing for that thing until it show exactly what it is.
Hey, read verse 12.
Set him not by thee.
What does God say?
Set him not by thee.
God say, don't set him by you. Right. You want to be a part of the United States. God said, don't do that. Don't set him by you. Read on.
Lest when he have overthrown thee.
That's when he say, you know what? Now y'all owe me. Now y'all in debt to me. Read.
He standeth in thy place.
Y'all Puerto Ricans, we the real Jews. We the real chosen people of God. Y'all Puerto Ricans. Y'all rich ports.
Right.
That's why God said don't set him by you. Hold on, read on.
Neither let him sit at thy right hand.
So what does that say? Don't associate yourself with this man.
That's right.
Don't assimilate to this man's doing. Right. Read.
Lest he seek to take thy seat.
He gonna want to overthrow you and take your position. Right. Which is the chosen people of God. Read on.
And thou at the last remember my words. And be pricked therewith.
God says, remember his words. That's why on the natal's hour, through the Spirit of Most High Christ, we gonna call to remembrance God's words.
That's right.
So you so-called Puerto Ricans understand that becoming a 51st state does not mean you are secure.
That's right.
Does not mean that you are in safety. No. That does not mean that. It actually means that you are worse off than where you were before.
That's right.
Because now you actually dependent on them 100%. You depend on 100% the same people that raped, robbed, and murdered your people. Go ahead. We got some. Go ahead.
Meditation 417. Because like we've been bringing out for the show right now, we've been telling y'all we've been marching. We've been protesting.
We done did everything.
We've been trying to assimilate to their religions, Christianity and Catholicism, like our forefathers did and got murdered. Right? We've been trying to do everything possible in the book to assimilate, to live peaceably amongst our oppressors. Read.
Lamentation chapter 4 verse 17.
Let's see what the Most High says.
As for us, our eyes has yet failed for our vain help.
So this is a vain help. This is non-profitable. It's a vain help. It's null and void. It's of no significance. Civil rights, right? Assimilating, trying to keep their traditions, trying to do everything we can to be at peace with them. It's null and void. Read.
And our watching, we have watched for a nation.
So we have watched for a nation. What nation is that? The nation, the state, America. Is that correct? Yep, America. We have watched for vain help.
You know what? You know how we know that we watch for a nation that we think could save us? Because we want to be a part of the United States.
That's right.
We want to become the 51st state. Go ahead.
Read.
We have watched for a nation that could not save us.
So this nation can't save you. The United States of America is not going to save you. They're only going to continue to oppress you. Who can save us out of the situation that we're in right now? Who can save us?
Jesus the Christ.
The Black Messiah.
The Black Messiah.
That's right.
Hey, watch this. Watch this. We're going to prove that America ain't meant to save you. Get the video, PR, Puerto Rico colonial bondage. Get that. We're going to bring this thing out tonight on the native's hour.
That's right.
We're going to show you so-called Puerto Ricans that becoming a 51st state does not mean safety. Watch this. Start in a minute. Oh, I'm sorry. Just let it play from the beginning.
Everyone has been made abundantly aware that Puerto Rico's in debt to Wall Street and needs to pay it. What's left out of its debt story is that Puerto Rico has been colonial property longer than any nation in the world. And for over a century, their economy is the poorest state in the U.S. Those funds have been looted with no real political representation. The recent debate over the bailout package known as Promesa is one illustration.
Yes, the territorial clause of the Constitution.
Pertenece a Estados Unidos, pero no es parte de Estados Unidos, es una propiedad. Still, tens of thousands of Puerto Ricans have been sent to fight the many U.S.
Start from the beginning.
All the important aspects of Puerto Rican life are still decided in Washington. Puerto Rico pertenece a Estados Unidos, pero no es parte de Estados Unidos, es una propiedad.
He said, Puerto Rico is it belongs to the United States, but it's a part of the United States. So we have to. Okay.
Still.
Wait a minute.
Tens of thousands of Puerto Ricans have been sent to fight the many U.S. wars. Initiatives for independence have been met with repression and violence.
El cuerpo del otro estaba a unos pies de distancia. Fueron acribillados mientras estaban de rodillas.
Y la derecha ubicó una bomba en este edificio.
Okay, stop.
El FBI montó una unidad de investigación con cámaras.
Pause video. So what they're bringing out right now is they're saying that the U.S. military, a lot of men were assassinated in front of that building there. They were assassinated and put to death. The same members of the U.S. Army who fought for the United States wars, because that's not our military. You understand? We joined their military because we're trying to come up out of the low state that we live in. Play the video.
Grabadoras, todo apuntando hacia el cuarto de mi papá y mi mamá.
As one of the world's last colonies, Puerto Rico is yet another part of America's backyard.
Okay, stop. Last colonies. I think some people don't understand what colony means. When you hear colonials or colonies, that's talking about slavery. When you hear a white man call himself a colonial, all he's saying is that he's a slave master. Yep. That's all he's saying.
But it's like Puerto Rico is one of the what?
One of the last colonies.
So guess what? You're still in slavery!
That's right.
Puerto Rico, 51st state, accommodate slaves. It's the same thing.
Same thing.
It's the same thing. You
Nothing changed.
The last of the slaves.
Right, the last of the slaves. Go ahead.
In the United States of the 19th century, manifest destiny was the widely held belief that American settlers were destined to expand across the whole continent. In 1904, President Theodore Roosevelt declared that the United States had the right to intervene in the internal affairs of Latin America. In his own words, this meant that if any South American country misbehaves, it should be spanked. All U.S. presidents.
Listen, if any South American country misbehaves, it must be spanked. So he said that he has the authority to spank anybody that comes against America.
Wow. Not only
That's
that,
what he said.
He said half the world.
Right. Right.
The whole
He said he got the
Western
authority to
Hemisphere.
spank. You know, like a father talks to his child, if you disobey me, he will spank you. America say that we ain't nothing. America said we are the father of the world. We are the rulers of the world. And God said, right. Can we get that Job 9:24 real quick? Watch this. This is why the so-called white man can have the audacity to say any nation that comes against us gonna be spanked. Read that.
The book of Job, chapter 9 and verse 24.
Come on.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
God says the earth is given to the hand of the wicked, which is the so-called white man.
Right.
They are the wicked in the Bible.
That's right.
And God says the earth is given to them. Because only a ruler of the earth can make a statement like that.
Right.
Only the ruler of the earth, and nobody jumped to it. It's just like you're on a basketball court and somebody tries to say, hey man, you run up on me, we'll knock you out. Oh, straight up, we fighting. Hold on, bro, what you mean? We gonna move some furniture. Yeah. America say any nation come against me, we gonna spank them, and nobody jumped. Right. Nobody came against America. Why? Because God says the earth is given into their hands.
No, Jake said that today. He said we gonna sun you.
We gonna sun you?
Yeah, like we gonna spank you.
Nah, I never heard that, bro. That must be a Kentucky and a New York,
right.
New York thing.
Yeah,
Kentucky. Yeah. Down here in the South, I ain't never heard nobody say we gonna suck you.
That's right.
I ain't never heard nobody say that. Kentucky said we gonna sock you. Nobody said that, right? I know they did. Go ahead.
That's right.
Presidents that succeeded in the past, in lesser or greater measure, continue to exercise their perceived right over a region often known as America's backyard.
Puerto Rico, America's backyard. Hold on, stop. Even the audacity to say Puerto Rico is America's backyard. You You don't even care about them.
Right.
You ain't nothing but a backyard. Go in the back.
Like, what you doing? What you do in your backyard? What you put in your
Hey,
backyard?
that's a scripture. Watch this. Deuteronomy 28.
That's where you let your
Deuteronomy
dog.
28.
That's where you let your
You
dog
dog
go
crap at.
do his business. Yeah,
Right.
you let him go do his thing in the backyard.
Leftovers and trash and garbage
Watch
in the
this.
backyard.
Get that Deuteronomy 28. He shall be the head. Get that, man.
Deuteronomy chapter
Watch
28,
this.
verse 43.
Come on.
The stranger that is within thee shall get above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low.
Read on.
He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him.
Is not America lending to everybody?
Right.
America lending. When you go to a bank, you don't go to a bank and talk to a so-called black man and say, "This your bank? Can you lend me money?" No. You go to Esau and say, "Esau, boss man, my credit's good. I done made payments on my credit card, boss. And can you lend me some money?"
That's right.
We don't never go to a bank or a so-called Hispanic bank and ask for money.
Right.
That's because God said they gonna lend to us. Go ahead.
Hey, they let Puerto Rico borrow what 70 billion?
70 billion.
With the B.
And you know what they did? They taxed it. They put interest on it.
Right.
And tripled it. So now Puerto Rico is in debt forever.
Right.
Till Christ come, Puerto Rico gonna be in debt, bro.
Knowing, and they lent that money knowing that we have no way to actually pay them back or even declare bankruptcy.
Right. You know how evil that is? You know how evil that is? That's like, hey, I'm gonna loan you $100. You gotta pay me $1,000 back. You telling me, bro, there's no way I can pay you back.
Right.
Oh, you gonna pay back with something.
Right.
You gonna pay me back with something.
Right.
And that's exactly what America's doing in Puerto Rico.
Beachfront property.
Beachfront property. Read it. Hold on. Read on.
He shall lend to thee, and let me start over.
Go ahead. Verse 44.
Deuteronomy 28, verse 44. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head.
He shall be the what?
The head. And thou shalt be the tail.
You're gonna be the backyard. Hey, I'm gonna be the front. Your ass gonna be in the backyard.
Wait a minute.
Now I say Puerto Rico, America's backyard. That's because God says we gonna be the tail, and them strangers gonna be the heads.
That's right.
That's why they say y'all spits and Redskins. Y'all go to the back. Go to the back. Go ahead, Pastor.
Let me get Lamentation chapter 5, verse 5. Because you said something, right? You said there's no way that Puerto Ricans will pay that money back, right? Go ahead.
Lamentations chapter 5 and verse 5. Our necks are under persecution.
So the Puerto Ricans are going through hard times right now, right? Read.
We labor and have no rest.
So no matter how hard they work, they will never be able to rest from paying that money.
That's
Never,
right.
ever.
That's right.
That's it?
Yeah, that's
all right. Go back to the video. Go to 2 minutes. Oh, never mind. Just let it play. It's on 2 minutes.
100 years of Spanish colonial domination. In 1897, Puerto Rico was given the right to govern over its affairs. Although still under the rule of the King of Spain, for a short time, Puerto Ricans had a degree of autonomy they were never again to enjoy. Only 5 months later, Spain and the U.S. went to war.
Here we go.
After swiftly defeating the Spanish, American forces occupied Puerto Rico.
A raíz de la ocupación de Puerto Rico y la firma del protocolo que cesa las hostilidades entre el Reino Español y los Estados Unidos, se comienza la negociación de un tratado que se negocia en París.
El Tratado de París,
Go to the top. Go to 3 minutes. Jump to 3 minutes. Jump to 3 minutes.
Overseas territory of the United States or become another U.S. state.
Ven en la anexión una seguridad económica que le permita un ingreso, unos recursos que de otra manera en un país como el nuestro no lo tendrían.
In 1900, the Americans gave Puerto Rico its own House of Representatives. Even the building itself was designed to resemble Washington.
Stop right there. It says America gave them their own House of Representatives. Even the building resembled the building in America. Dang. They say if you gonna do it, you gonna do it how we want you to do it. and you're gonna do it, and it's gonna look and sound and smell and act exactly how we do it. Letting you know that you don't make your own choices.
I've been there before. It looked exactly like both places. I've been to both places. They both in mirror image, like they dropped it right there.
Hey,
Copy and paste.
hey, this so-called white man, this man is a mastermind when it comes to psychology, because he put that there. So when you see that, who you think of? America. You see that, you say, "Damn, I want to be like America."
Right.
That's what they do. Go ahead.
I'm not trying to digress. He said earlier that the Puerto Ricans were joining the military. So nowadays, when you look at military movies such as Pearl Harbor, Band of Brothers, you don't see the Buffalo Soldiers. You don't see the 68th Infantry Regiment of the Boricaneers, who, if you want to join the military at that time, you were put in the front lines, and you died first. You never came back home to your family. But you're not going to be put in those Hollywood movies and honored in their American movies.
And that's, dang, I'm glad you said that. Because every hero American movie, who's the hero? Esau. Esau just made a movie called Hickshaw. When a doggone dude don't kill nobody, he's going around saving people in the name of Christ. They'll do it now. Who is this? What did you do? He go to war. He go to war. How did you make this country better? By doing nothing.
Right.
But they made him a hero.
Meanwhile,
with a cross. Right every night.
I don't know about you,
Jesus.
but on a personal note, almost half my family served in the Boricaneers and in the military themselves, including myself.
Right.
And so you're going to say,
I served in the military, but I wouldn't put my kids in that military because I know that they're going to be put in the front lines.
They're going to put in the front lines. They're going to put in the front lines. And see how racist the military is. But that's another time. That's another time. That's time of the time. That's time of the time. When you go where Officer Carr gonna bring out how racist the military is. Go ahead, man.
However, the U.S. Congress retained the power to overrule the Puerto Rican legislature. President Theodore Roosevelt then recommended that Puerto Ricans become U.S. citizens.
So, stop. So, President said, you know what? We got Puerto Rico now. We can use them for war.
Yeah. Right.
But before we can do that, we got to give them citizenship.
There was a catch.
It was a catch. Y'all could become citizens. That's that smooth button. Go ahead.
Despite the overwhelming opposition from Puerto Rican legislators, in March 1917, the U.S. Congress decided that all Puerto Ricans were now citizens of the United States.
So hold on. Officer Carr made a great point. They can be citizens, but they can't have none of the benefits and the attributes and the qualities of being true citizens in America. Can't even vote. You don't even control your House of Representatives. You can't even do nothing for yourself.
Right.
Wait a minute.
But you could be a meat shield.
Right. You could be a shield.
Meat shield for their country.
You ever seen Call of Duty?
They don't hold up to one.
You ever played Call of Duty when they do the shield? You want the shield?
Right.
Puerto Rico is that shield. You gonna be the shield so that I don't die. Right. You can die, but I'm gonna die. Why? Because you got killed. Right. Go ahead, Patrick. You have scripture.
Let's go back to Sirach chapter 12. Read verse 12.
12?
Yeah, because notice how they came to Puerto Rico, set up their own building, and now sitting at what Puerto Rican leaders are supposed to be, right? Read that.
Book of Sirach, chapter 12 and verse 12. Set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place.
That's exactly what just happened.
Exactly.
Because they trusted their enemies. Read.
Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat.
So basically, what they're trying to do is just take over the whole island of Puerto Rico.
They're trying to take over the world.
That's right.
That's true.
Esau is the pride of this dude.
Right.
He's trying to take over the whole
right.
world. He like Pinky in the brain.
Right.
What are we doing today?
Right.
I call it Pinky in the brain.
What are we doing today?
Why did me?
We're going to take over the world. Yeah. That's what he's trying to do.
Go down to verse 16. They give you a little bit more.
Right. Verse 16. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips.
The same way that the other verse said, right?
You got to say sweetly, like
It tastes
It
good.
tastes good.
You
What
can't
you
get it
telling
out.
me? I can be American citizen.
Show me where the sign.
You just want me to fight?
You give your child that pop, right? He ain't stopping until that thing. He good. He ain't gonna cry nothing.
When you said they try to take over the world, get Psalms 49.
Hold on. Let's finish this. Verse 16. Finish that.
An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit.
So he said in his heart, meaning his mind. In his mind, he imagined throwing you into a pit.
You know what I mean to throw somebody in a pit?
You know what it takes to throw someone in a pit?
You gotta pick them up. No, you gotta fight with them first.
Yeah.
You gotta wrestle with them, pick them up.
Or if you got one of them 300 pits,
Yeah, you
like, kick them
into the pit.
I mean, but
It had to be a black man.
Yeah, I don't have one of those though.
Hey, that's evil. That's evil. Oh yeah, hey, another way you can throw somebody in a pit is you just walking on. Hey, come on, go ahead. Go ahead in front of me. Hey, go ahead in front of me. Boom! Knock him upside
Hold
the
that
head.
door open for him.
Knock him out. Knock him
right
upside
to
the
them.
head.
Give them debt.
Dead. That's that fool.
Give them money that they know that they can't pay back.
Hey, they throw. Damn. That's how they throw him in the pit.
That's how they throw him in the pit.
That's how they throw him.
Because you can't dig yourself out of that hole. That hole way too deep. That's a big pit.
Y'all brothers spirit.
Big, 70 billion, way too big of a pit to come out of. Okay, man, you better off just lying there waiting to die.
But see, the only way that you can be saved is by keeping God's laws.
That's right.
That's the only way you can get up out that pit.
Right.
Because no other nation's gonna come down and say, "Hey, y'all need help?"
Nope.
No other nation gonna do that.
Nope.
That's why here on the Natives Hour, your brothers gonna teach you how to get out that pit.
That's right.
Go ahead. Who got scripture? Go ahead.
Give me Psalms 49:11 because he said he's trying to take over the world. This is Psalms chapter 49 verse 11. You said Esau he sets up places all around the world. He tries to take it over. Read.
Psalms chapter 49, verse 11.
Right.
Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever.
So they setting up shop in Puerto Rico. They think that thing, that's going to be their territory forever. It's never going to be given back to you so-called Puerto Ricans. It's never going to be for you forever. No turning back. They believe that that's for them. Read.
And their dwelling places to all generations.
And their dwelling places to all generations. So why do you think the so-called white man is building embassies all around the world? Because it's better war tactics and strategies for him to take over the world. Because what's the number one thing that he's using as he's building these embassies? Christian churches, Catholic churches.
Bring it out.
They're trying to get the Arabs to assimilate, try to get the Chinese to assimilate, but they're not as stupid as the blacks and Hispanics. They don't buy into it, so they rather not let them set up those fake churches.
Hey, Brother Hillary,
Christianity.
you want to know how this verse is talking about the so-called white man?
Yeah.
Finish it out.
Read.
They call their lands after their own names.
Washington, D.C., Washington State. What else we got?
America,
Vespucci,
Colombia. Columbus.
And you know what?
Now, Puerto Rico.
Yeah, exactly. Now that they're taking over Puerto Rico, it's part of what? America.
That's right.
All praise. Go back to the video.
1 month later, the U.S. entered the First World War.
Hey, hold on. Yeah. We got to get it up. Pause that. 1 month after they was made citizens, the U.S. entered the war. You understand? You know you about to go to war way before 1 month.
Hey,
you know you about to go to war way before 1
Let's
month.
give me flashbacks.
Yeah. Don't freak out on the show.
Hey, I was
how many months it take?
Hey, it went 2 weeks till I got to my duty station. I was already flying to Iraq. 2 weeks.
They say a month after they was made citizens.
Wow.
They went to war. So they knew. They said, you know what? In order to win this war, we need more Israelites.
Right.
We need more of God's people in order to win this war because we need more people to die.
We need
more stronger than us.
We need some more bullet sponges.
We need more bullets.
And it was by design.
Right. Just like Donald Trump did. He came to office and what he did? Native American Indian oil spills. He let the doggone oil, what it's called, the pipeline, be built through Native American land.
That's right. How many was it? 450?
400 and something oil spills prior to Donald Trump signing that bill that the oil can be ran through their land.
Wow.
So they already knew.
Yeah.
They already knew
They
that the
already
oil
knew.
spills was happening. Just like they already knew that they was going to go to war before they made Puerto Rico citizens. They already knew that. Go ahead.
Cuando se le impone a los puertorriqueños la ciudadanía estadounidense, se le impone la ciudadanía, las leyes militares a Puerto Rico, la ley de servicio militar obligatorio.
20,000 Puerto Ricans were sent to the Great War.
20,000 Puerto Ricans.
Quien violó la ley de servicio selectivo estadounidense, de servicio militar obligatorio, fue condenado a prisión en Estados Unidos.
After the First World War came all the many others that the U.S. has taken part in. Only in the Korean War, almost 800 Puerto Ricans died. Then came Vietnam. 65,000 Puerto Ricans who lived in the island were sent to that war.
Woo! Stop. 65,000.
Wow. Jaw-dropping number.
6,500?
No, thousands. And guess what? Almost each generation I had a family member in there. I can list them all.
65,000 people were sent to the war for Puerto Rico. So what is that saying? That's saying that you so-called Puerto Ricans was only made citizens to fight for Esau.
That's right.
That was the only reason.
That's right.
You're talking about the same people that push. We are one people.
We are one people.
Christianity.
God loves everybody.
The same people that
Same
preach
people.
that are not even living like that.
Right. They have a statistic that in every state of the United States, less than 1% of the population went to go fight. With,
Less than 1%?
Yeah, in one of the wars, World War II or World War One. In Puerto Rico, it was 3 times that number.
Wow. This is why, watch this. Get Isaiah 8 and verse 9. I like this scripture. Get Isaiah 8 and 9. This is why the Most High say, you must come out from among these people. We must come out from among them. Get out of their ways. Read.
Isaiah chapter 8, verse 9. Associate yourself, O ye people.
Associate means to be around, to gather with. God says, associate yourselves, O ye people. Read.
And ye shall be broken in pieces.
God says, you associate with these people, these heathens, you're going to be broken into pieces.
Right.
You're going to be thrown into the pit. You're going to be the tail. You're going to be in the backyard.
Right.
Read.
And give ear, all ye of far countries. Gird yourselves.
Gird yourselves.
And ye shall be broken.
Again, if you gather with these people, you're going to be put to death.
Right.
Because like we read in Sirach 12, it says, set him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee. It didn't say lest if. Yeah. It says lest when. Meaning it's going to happen. You know.
All ye far countries, gird yourself, and ye shall be broken in pieces.
Read on.
Gird yourself, and ye shall be broken in pieces.
Read on.
Take counsel together.
Take counsel together with these people.
Set
up, you know what I'm saying? Set up churches. Set up, what's the word I'm looking for? Organizations with these people. You try to join the 50 states. Read on.
And it shall come to naught. Speak the word, and it shall not stand.
I'm sorry, read verse 10 again.
Isaiah chapter 8, verse 10. Take counsel together, and it shall come to naught. Speak the word, and it shall not stand.
God says, you speak a word with these people, and you join these heathens, God says, it's going to come to naught. Right. Meaning, what you're trying to do ain't going to work.
Not gonna work.
Because these people do not love you.
Right.
They hate you. Right. Evidence, you in debt to these people.
Right.
If my brother was in debt to me, why would I continue to pile on that debt if I love him?
Yeah, right. Knowing the situation.
Knowing the situation. That's because these people don't love you. You so-called Puerto Ricans, America does not love you. And it's our time to wake up because this Bible is for you.
Right.
This Bible is for you. Y'all got something? 5 minutes? Okay, break. 5 minutes. Out. Yeah. Oh, man. All praise. All right. Let me get Sirach 21 real quick. Let me get Sirach 21.
Sirach.
The topic of the class is Puerto Rico, 51st state of common day slaves.
Right.
And what you got to understand is when you say you want to be a part of America, you say you want to be a common day slave. Because you are the last country that what? No, the last colonized country.
Yeah, colony.
Puerto Rico is the last colony.
Yeah.
Meaning you still in slavery. You still slaves to this day. Read that. Sirach 21 verse 2.
Sirach chapter 21 verse 2. Flee from sin as from the face of a serpent.
God says flee from sin, brothers and sisters. That is why we are in this predicament that we're in. Sin. Let's get sin. First John. Let's get sin real quick. Because our people don't know what sin is. Our people haven't been taught sin. They've been taught God loves everybody, the law done away with. Now you can sin whatever you want to do. You can sin. Watch this. Read that.
Book of 1 John, chapter 3 and verse 4.
Read.
Whosoever committeth sin, transgresseth also the law.
Read on.
For sin is the transgression.
Well, the definition of sin is what?
For sin is the transgression.
Is the breaking
of the law.
So let's see if you got to keep the laws. Let's get 2 John 6. Let's see if you still got to keep the laws. Because in 1 John it says that the sin is breaking of God's laws. Let's see if we got to keep the laws. 2 John 6.
Book of 2 John, chapter 6. And this is love.
This is love.
That we walk after his commandments.
Read on.
That this is the commandment that ye have heard from the beginning.
What have we heard from the beginning? What commandments have we heard from the beginning of the Bible? God's laws. Right. God's laws is how we get out of that ditch.
That's right.
God's laws is how we come out of oppression, how we come out of drugs, how we come out of gangs. God's laws is how we get out of slavery.
Right.
Go back to Sirach 21. God says, go ahead, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Sirach chapter 21 verse 2. Flee from sin as from the face of a serpent.
So God says, flee from sin like the face of a serpent. I'm going to tell you straight, if I saw an anaconda come right up, I don't know, man, y'all brothers might not see me for a week.
Right.
2 weeks.
You won't pet it?
Huh?
You won't pet it, right?
I'd be like the road runner. You ain't going to see nothing but my clouds of smoke. Read it.
For if thou comest too near it,
God says, if you come near to that sin, read,
it will bite you.
It will bite you. And this so-called white man, is the original man. He's the man of sin.
Right.
So when you join him, you join sin. Right. And God says, flee from sin as from the face of a serpent. So you must flee from this man's ideologies, from this man's religion, from this man's culture, from this man's heritage. God says, flee like from the face of a serpent.
That's right.
Read on.
That teeth thereof.
Yep.
Read it again from the top.
No.
The teeth thereof are as the teeth of a lion.
The teeth thereof are as the teeth of a lion. If a lion bites you, you ain't getting away.
Pieces coming off.
You done. That arm coming off. You gonna bleed out.
You get filleted.
You done. So God said the teeth of it is as the teeth of a lion. Go on.
Slaying the souls of men.
When you join this man of sin, you are slaying yourself. Give me your. Hold on. I think I got scroll on. What was that? Hosea 13:9. Hosea 13:9. Watch this. Let me see that's what Yep, read that.
The book of Hosea, chapter 13, verse 9.
Read.
O Israel, thou hast destroyed thyself.
How have we destroyed thyself? Because we broke God's laws. Because we hearkened to the man of sin.
Right.
So he taught us sin.
That's right.
Read on. Read it again.
But in me is thine help.
Read it again. Verse 9.
Hosea chapter 13, verse 9. O Israel, thou hast destroyed thyself.
We have destroyed ourselves. We are the reason why we're in that ditch. We are the reason. Read on.
But in me is thine help. I will be thy king.
God says he will be our king. Jesus the Christ will be our king.
That's right.
The black Messiah. Read.
Where is any other that may save thee in all thy cities?
Get what was that? Jeremiah 31:20. He says, where is anybody else? Can't nobody else save you.
That's right.
You so-called Puerto Ricans, nobody else can save you. It's already been tried. It's already been attempted. Nobody else can save you. You can't even save yourselves. Read that.
Jeremiah 31:20.
Yep. Right.
Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 20. Is Ephraim my dear son? Is he a pleasant child?
Read.
For since I spake against him, I do earnestly remember him still. Therefore,
read that last part again.
I do earnestly remember him still.
God says he still remembers you. So that's no hold on.
That's right.
If you done away with, if they say the 10 tribes is done away with, God says he still remembers you, you so-called Puerto Ricans.
That's tribe of Ephraim.
God says he still remembers you.
Why would he want to remember you if you got done away with?
If you done away with.
And earlier we brought out that God's mind doesn't change.
He don't change. Absolutely. He don't change. Go on.
And I will remember thee. I do therefore my vows are
read it again. Read it from the top. Slow down. Read it from the top.
Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 20. Is Ephraim my dear son? Is he a pleasant child?
Those are rhetorical questions, by the way. Ephraim is the Most High's dear son. Read on.
For since I spake against him, I do earnestly remember him still.
Even though the Most High put us in slavery, even though that we are at the bottom of the map, God says he still remembers us. Read on.
Therefore my vows are trouble for him. I will surely have mercy upon him.
God says he will definitely facts. And guess what? God don't lie. And God don't forget. So God said that he will surely have mercy upon him. So guess what, so-called Puerto Ricans? It is a way out. There is a way out of this bondage, this slavery, that ditch.
It's a way out.
It's a way out from that backyard.
Bring it out.
Right. There is a
door.
door.
You gonna throw a rope down? How we gonna get out?
Hey, there is a door that leads to the front.
Go
ahead. What you got?
Leviticus 26 and 40. Because the Most High he got all his answers in this book. That knowledge that we were talking about earlier. This book is that knowledge. And all you got to do is read.
Leviticus 26.
Leviticus chapter 26, verse 40. If they shall confess their iniquity.
So if you confess your sins, you black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, read.
And their iniquity of their fathers.
And the iniquity of our fathers, because who taught us how to sin? Our forefathers. Read.
With the trespass which they trespassed against me. And that also they have walked contrary unto me.
How do we walk contrary unto the Most High? By not keeping his laws, statutes, and commandments.
That's right.
By doing everything the opposite. That's what contrary is. Read.
And that I also have walked contrary unto them, and have brought them into the land of their enemies.
So he brought us to the land of his enemies. North America, right? South America.
Puerto Rico. Mexico.
Spain, right? He brought us all over the world, all over to the lands of our enemies. Not just Ephraim, not just Puerto Rico, but all 12 tribes.
Oh, in Hawaii.
Hawaii, Guam.
Yeah, Russia, Germany, China.
The Philippines. We got our own people over there too.
That's right.
Right? The so-called Puerto Ricans are all over the place. Read.
If then their uncircumcised hearts be humble, and they then accept of the punishment of their iniquity.
Believe it or not, you're in punishment right now. This is your timeout time.
But you know what God says? You gotta accept it.
You gotta accept it.
You know what you gotta say? Yeah, Lord, I messed up.
That's right.
I messed up. I sold them drugs. I raped that woman. I know I served other gods, but now I'm ready to serve you.
That's right.
God says you gotta accept your punishment.
That's right.
Go ahead, man.
And keep reading. Or hold on, let
finish up.
Finish up.
All right, go ahead. What scripture you getting?
42. Go to 42.
All praises. So here on the Natives Hour, what you gotta understand, you so-called Puerto Ricans, you are not rich ports.
Right.
You are not designed to be slaves for eternity.
Right.
God says you must repent.
Are we Hispanic?
No, you from Spain?
Are we
Latin?
Latino?
No, you ain't no Latino. No, you ain't no Latino. You an Israelite from the tribe of Ephraim. That's what God called you. Go ahead.
Leviticus chapter 26, verse 42. Then will I remember my covenant with Jacob.
So after you accept your punishment and you humble your heart, meaning you humble your mind and you realize what you've been doing wrong, then the Most High will remember his covenant. With who?
With Jacob. And also my covenant with Isaac. And also my covenant with Abraham will I remember, and I will remember the land.
So then he will remember his people, the 12 tribes of Israel. That's when he's gonna bring us out of bondage. He's gonna redeem us again.
Hey, get Isaiah chapter 49, verse 13. I love this. Hey, I heard this scripture. I was going to brought the scripture the other day, man. I almost came to tears. Isaiah chapter 49, verse 13. Read that.
Isaiah chapter 49, verse 13.
Read.
Sing, O heavens, and be joyful, O earth, and break forth into singing, O mountains.
Read.
For the Lord has comforted his people.
God has comforted his people. How? Because he put the spirit on the brothers to go out and teach the truth of the Bible.
That's right.
Read.
And will have mercy upon his afflicted.
Have mercy upon his afflicted. So God has a nation of people that's been afflicted.
Right.
You so-called Puerto Ricans, you are God's chosen people. And you are his people that's been afflicted. Right. Read on.
But Zion,
but Israel, read,
said the Lord, read, had forsaken me.
Israel say, the Lord hath forsaken me. The Lord forgot. Read.
And my Lord hath forgotten me.
Don't you see us over here in debt, Lord? Don't you see I can't get a job? I got to sell drugs. Right. Read on.
Can a woman forget her sucking child?
God says, can a woman forget her sucking child? That she's breastfeeding her child? Can a woman forget her child? What's this?
That she should not have compassion on the son of her womb?
He came out of her womb? She not going to have compassion? Read.
Yeah, they may forget.
God says, she may forget. That woman may forget her suckling child that came out of her womb. Read on.
Yet will I not forget
God
you.
says he will never forget you. Oh, that thing, give it a chance. God said he will never forget you, so-called Puerto Ricans over there in Puerto Rico.
Right.
Read on.
Behold, I have graven thee upon the palms of
God. God says he made it's in your DNA to be God's people.
That's right.
That's right.
He has graven you upon his palms. Read.
Upon the palms of my hands. Thy walls are continually before me.
God says he will never forget you.
That's right.
You're always on his mind.
That's right.
But
Gotta
repent. You gotta repent in order to get out of this oppression. You got to repent. All right?
Right.
All right, now that's it. We're going to close out. We go all night. So all praise to the Most High. All praise. Here on the Natives Hour, we have been the men of Israel with Israel united in Christ. Come and teach you so-called Hispanics, in particular, you so-called Puerto Ricans. Puerto Rico, Taíno. You are not Bridgeports.
That's right.
You are not Hispanics. You are not Latinos. You are not Latinas. That's not who you are. You are God's chosen people from the tribe of Ephraim.
That's right.
51st state or common day slave. I'm going to let you be the judge of that. So take these scriptures, take this information that we gave to you through the Spirit of Christ, and you decide. You want to be a 51st state or a common slave, or you want to come back to your nationality and be saved when the Black Christ comes back to get us.
That's right.
All right? So I've been Officer Gad to my left.
Brother Ephraim.
To my right.
Brother Haled.
To my far right.
Soldier Pagiel.
And with that, we say
Shalom.
Sleeping with the enemy, and her name is self. Gotta kill the past and put the hoe up on the shelf. Never to be seen again, and I know it's hard. Divorcing her is gonna be my favorite part, but the movie's still going, the most our wisdom flowing. Had to be watched with the word, my inner parts are snowing. Israelite computers, your life we decoding. I'm used to catching shade, but now I'm glowing. Sin used to reign. Yeah, I must be born again. Yeah, sleeping with
I'm a
the
king now,
enemy.
I'm a king now. I ain't never ever tryna be a nigga again. I had to give up some friends, I had to give up my sins. Got in the word and now my spirit is cleansed. Read Deuteronomy, my spirit bear witness. John 6:63, it's the spirit that quickeneth. Cleanse with the water, no aquarium. Gotta keep these laws cause I'm fearing them. I had to REPENT to get some RESPECT from above. I know the definition of love. 1 John 5:3, St. John 14 and 15. Man, the flesh doesn't profit, but the Most High is working, and He brought back all the prophets. I do precept and line upon line. Cursing the city, my people are dying. These curses are around us, and it's for a sign. I know who I am, and it's about time. It's about time. It's the end of the world, man. It's about time.
Sleeping with the enemy, and her name is self. Gotta kill the past and put the hoe up on the shelf. Never to be seen again, and I know it's hard. The voice in her is gonna be my favorite part, but the movie's still going, the most our wisdom flowing. Had to be watched with the word, my inner parts are snowing. Ears are like computers, you're like we decoding. I'm used to catch.
Shalom, Israel. I'm Elder Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. YouTube likes to shut our channels down, as some of you have noticed, ever so often. Subscribing to join IUIC will assure you will always stay connected to our YouTube accounts. We want to do our best